I got Boo in the video.
Because I was with that person. Who name did he put in that caption when he posted my son? He has a way of doing the same thing over every time we fall out. He our kid. Just, that's what I fear. Okay.
Chrisean Rock may have found herself a new man, and honestly, it's already looking like another PR misstep. Lately, she's been on a full-blown mission, trying to rebrand, trying to heal, trying to show the world she's unbothered by Blueface. Church appearances? Check. Soft-spoken live streams where she's all "don't judge me"? Check. Low-key plotting her next move while acting brand new? Triple check. But now she's added a fresh layer to her redemption arc, and it's giving awkward rejection in real time. The man she apparently had her sights on to be her comeback love interest. Yeah, he's not even paying her any attention. We've got cozy up footage, long pauses, and a whole lot of energy being ignored. Let's rewind though, because this moment wasn't random. This is clearly step 3 in what's become Chrisean's little healing tour. First came gospel rock. She hit the church scene, sang some spirituals like she was prepping for Sunday Best, Redemption Edition, and asked fans to pray for her instead of criticize. Respectfully, a solid start. Then she jumped on live streams, saying she's focused on peace now, streaming on Twitch and trying to shift lanes. Okay, growth. Next, she dropped carefully edited photos, face filtered, baby and towel, like she's curating a softer, more put-together image. The whole vibe? Damage control in full swing. And look, we're here for growth, if it's genuine. But healing isn't just a new hairstyle, a turtleneck and communion on Sunday. It takes more than that. Here's where it gets even more complicated. Before this new Woo storyline surfaced, Chrisean was already trying to distance herself from Blueface. Suddenly, she's sharing claims about him mistreating her and their child. And while no one's saying Blueface is innocent, the timing raised eyebrows, especially since he's currently locked up and can't speak for himself. So now the question is this a true healing journey or just another chapter in a carefully staged redemption story?
When I'm putting my foot down, and when I'm trying to leave that man alone, he spitefully go after our kid. Yes, I do feel that. When we're good, I don't fear him mistreating our son. That's when he's on his good behavior.
Just hours after the allegations started making waves, here came the big new Boo reveal. Hair done, nails fresh, friends in the background screaming like she just caught a wedding bouquet. And yet, the guy? He looked like he was counting down the minutes until he could make an exit. Let's be real. It was giving "Where's my Uber?" not "Where's my girl?" Now let's talk about the moment that really sent the timeline into meltdown. Chrisean stepped out with a fresh wig, lashes fluttering, baby on her hip, and a huge grin like she was sure she just entered a new era. She was all smiles, leaning in like it was date night, but the new guy, standing stiff like a church usher on the hottest day of the year. No vibe, no energy, no eye contact. He was on his phone more than he looked at her. No hand-holding, not even a courtesy smile. Meanwhile, Chrisean tried to pose like they were dropping a surprise engagement, all while he stood there like he didn't get the memo. Even the background music sounded uncomfortable. And you know it's bad when your homegirls are hyping you louder than your date is even talking. Aw, y'all cute. Meanwhile, that man looking at the ceiling like, Lord, get me out of here. Then later that night, allegedly, the facade started to slip. Sources close to her say Chrisean's energy completely shifted. Puffy eyes, quiet voice, acting like she'd just come from an intense therapy session. She was reportedly heard saying things like, I just feel like nobody really loves me. I try so hard to do right, but I keep getting hurt. And for a moment, you felt that. For all the chaos, there's still a part of her that feels like a wounded girl just wanting to be loved right. But then she snapped back to her usual self and said the guy just wasn't ready for her, that he couldn't handle a real woman. But let's be honest, he didn't ghost her. He never even signed up. She tried to spin it like she walked away, but the reality? He never even took a step toward her. And just when we thought she was wrapping things up quietly, she went live again, casually saying she'd still get Blueface's name tattooed on her face. Low-key. Woo. Healing looks different every day.
Now, and you want to be serious and do it right? Live. I'm unfollowing everybody on this Instagram to get this all the time. I did that before. I was now attack that name on the other side of my face, yes.
Mom, let me get this straight. You just shed tears about not being loved, got curved by a new guy, and still want to tattoo your face with the name of a man who literally disowned his own child? A man who, on camera, said he wasn't even sure if that was his baby? Lord, have mercy. It's like every time she tries to walk away, the trauma's got GPS tracking on her. And listen, we've all had that one ex. We love them. They embarrass us, but sis, she's out here acting like Blueface has the last vial of holy water in a rapture. It's exhausting. And here's the real kicker. All of this is happening while she's attempting a complete church girl rebrand. 1 minute, she's shouting amen. The next minute, she's talking about busting it open for a man who treats her like expired yogurt. Now, here's the part that gets me every time, the performance. Because in public, Chrisean's trying so hard to look like she's got this glow-up arc in motion. Sis baptized herself on a live stream, put on long sleeves like holiness would cover the chaos, and has been real intentional about giving off this I'm healed energy. But behind the scenes, it's a different story. She's crumbling like a Popeyes biscuit with no honey. Eyes red from crying, no visible emotional support. And every time she faces rejection, she's spinning it like she's the one doing the rejecting. But deep down, we all know that Chrisean is still holding on to the hope that someone, anyone, will fill that void. And that void? It's getting deeper by the day. Now, let's zoom out for a second, because this isn't just about Chrisean. This whole situation is a reflection of a much larger problem. We're living in an era where girls post Bible verses after twerking to get their man back, where men say nothing in the club, yet still somehow become the whole storyline, where single moms do PR damage control on their own kids just to make themselves seem like a better catch. And social media? It's the biggest enabler of delusion. Everyone's out here looking like they're in love on camera, but off camera, it's dry texts, ignored DMs, and quiet rejection. We're watching highlight reels of people's pain and calling it content. Chrisean might be the loudest one living her loop on live, but trust, she's not the only one stuck. Here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Sometimes, rejection isn't about the other person. Sometimes it's about you. It's about your energy. It's about the baggage you're carrying into every new space. It's the fact that everyone can feel you're still stuck on your old heartbreak, and that your so-called healed era is hanging on by a prayer and a wig glued on with a miracle. That new man didn't reject you because you're too real or too much. He rejected you because he could see Blueface's fingerprints all over your spirit. And let's be real, no grown man is trying to cuddle with another man's ghost in his bed. So yeah, Chrisean broke down. And maybe she needed to, because sometimes a breakdown is the loudest thing that can drown out your own delusions. Fans are clocking it too. One fan said, "I couldn't take her seriously with another man's name tattooed on her face." Another pointed out, "It doesn't even look like he really wants to be there." And someone else commented, "She's so lost and confused. It's annoying at this point." But what do you think? Is Chrisean really ready for a new love? Or is she just trying to bandage a Blueface wound with a rebound she barely knows? Do you think it's possible to rebrand while still clinging to your old trauma? And if not, what does true accountability look like? Finally, can someone actually save Chrisean, or does she have to save herself first? Drop your thoughts in the comments.